Okay, welcome back. Let's start our journey again. Our objective is we're going to play 5 quick battles. Ideally, I want to get the Tier 3 Japanese cruiser, which it will be the Tenru, and I want to get some XP on this Umakaz to turn it into a turn 3. Tier 3. We'll start with this Tier 2 Japanese cruiser. Get ready to battle. And realize that my mic is not on. I'm not getting any voice recording. Oh, sorry. Yes, I am. That's annoying that I thought that. But anyways, no, we're good. You can hear me. So, yeah, we're gonna do this. Hopefully, get enough XP in 1 or 2 battles. I don't know how long it'll take. Probably assume if I have a very good battle, I'll get enough XP in 1 battle to earn the cruiser. It's not a whole lot of XP required, like 1500 or something, and which with the premium membership, I will probably be able to do in 1 battle. Depends if I only get 1 kill or don't do a ton of damage or whatever. We'll see. I am facing a human, so if I get outplayed by somebody, that's entirely possible. I don't have torpedoes on this thing or anything, I don't think. I haven't played it since yesterday. You expect me to remember this stuff? Yeah, I have no torpedoes. Mostly bots on the enemy team, except for 1 Wix and 1 South Carolina. That South Carolina I have to be careful of. Unlike the other battles I was playing when I was dealing with those battleships, I don't have torpedoes to deal with them. So if I show broadside to that South Carolina, he will kill me in 1 shot if he's either A, lucky, or B, knows what he's doing. So that's something to be careful of.
Battle starts.
So as always, when you're bot heavy, I'm going to concentrate on defending the base. With all these destroyers, you know they're going to show up fairly early and they're going to stay visible, so I can just sit back here, wait for them to come. I'm just going to position myself in our cap behind the big island. I suspect where my guns are aimed is where I'll see the first destroyer. That's a total guess. I don't know for a fact. I could see them somewhere else. Get a little bit closer, because the closer you are, the easier it is to hit them. Oh, I may not see him because our Zirkle there, that's a Russian destroyer. Apparently, I haven't played it in forever, but I think it's very popular to play for guys, experienced players, to come down and play it. I think it has a very, very fast torp reload.
Enemy force detected.
Oh, I was wrong. The first destroyer targeted is the V-25. We'll see if we can hit it at 9K. No. Overshot him. Guessed wrong. You notice I zoomed out there because I wanted to see where that Umakaz was, not a target. And it doesn't really matter, he's dead. Well, he's not dead. Hopefully that shot will kill him. Nope, I missed. He still lives. Will I have another shot up before he does die? Yay, I killed him. Okay.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
We've got a human Wix coming along here. Do I have shots on that guy? Yes. Oh, I got first blood. That'll help with the XP. It's a pointless merit badge you get. Still don't know where their South Carolina is. I'm gonna reverse a little here because I want to get my guns on what's coming. That Samson is still out there. There's still an Umakaz out there, and this Wix that's coming around the corner dealing with our Zirkle. Oh, there's Samson. Do I have a shot? Press M twice to get a look at him. Throw some shots out, see what happens. Am I gonna hit him? Nope, missed. That's okay, let's try again. now nobody seems to be shooting at me, so that's cool. Hey, I hit him that time. That Wix, let's keep an eye on him. He's human and he's trying to figure out how to survive. He's thinking of creeping around that corner, but I can see him, so if he does, I want to be ready for it. Oh, this is using that mod to cheat. I can see he's creeping forward. If I didn't have that mod, I would probably be kind of guessing a lot more on what he's doing. Okay, he's coming in. Let's get our guns on him. He has no captain skills, I imagine, so doesn't know I'm targeting him. That's something if you had a captain skill with basic skills, you would know that. There. Took care of that. Okay. Chester is a legitimate target for me right now, so let's take that on. Oh, he's driving away. I wasn't paying attention. I thought he would be charging in. So they still have a battleship out there we haven't seen. He's way out there. He might have shots on me. I should be wary of that. That guy's driving away. Let's ignore him. Deal with this Samson. Is that battleship? It's way so far away I can't even see it. If you notice this shaded out triangle on my mini map, that is the area of my visibility. If a ship is beyond that, then I can't actually see it. I can see where it is on the mini map, but also because it's sort of faded out, or however you describe that, is another indicator that it's beyond my visibility range and I won't be able to aim my guns at it. So you can see his motor's out by all that fire coming out of his pipes, and he can't move, so he's sort of a sitting duck. Oh, come on. How does that shot miss? He's dead now. What? 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 Crying out loud.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
So we're kind of losing in that we've lost all of our team except for our Weymouth and our South Carolina, but the opposition is all bots, so we'll be able to kill him. That guy's dead. That would be kill number what? 3? 4? Am I working on a Kraken here? 4. Oh, one more kill and I get our first ever Kraken. And I got an Arson award, which is do a certain amount of damage to ships by fire. Like, basically you burned them down. Alright, this guy's showing broadside. My next volley after this is going to be AP. We'll see if we can get a Citadel on him. I have to give more lead, especially if I want to nail that Citadel. Alright, yeah, perfectly placed. No Citadel though. Let's try again. You can perfectly place an AP shot on a boat and still not get a Citadel. That's called RNG. It's basically, yeah, nah, that was overpens. We'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, oh, for crying out, we're just gonna switch back to HE. Try and get some fire damage. Alright. Next volley after this will be HE. Because this isn't working out for us. Another thing, when you switch ammo types, you have to make sure to properly double click, because sometimes it'll just fire one gun and then you gotta reload all of your guns. I double clicked AP again because I can see him showing this perfect broad, and I really want that Citadel if I can get it. I'm going to win this battle, so I'm not too worried. No Citadel! Oh, for crying out loud! Am I too close? I have one penetration and one over penetration. I don't know. Try again. A little higher. No. Once again, 2 over pens and 1 pen, and apparently I shot 4 shots and one must have missed. This is very confusing. Last try! 5 overpens. Crying out loud, this is unacceptable. Why can't I citadel this British cruiser? Doesn't matter.
You are the last hope.
I'm the last hope? This isn't good. Is that Umikaze a human? Nope. I have to somehow kill that South Carolina. That's going to be a challenge. There's our Kraken.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Yeah, the Umikaze doesn't worry me. It's that South Carolina, though. That's a problem. Points-wise, they have the point lead right now. Let's turn left. This Umikaze will come into cap. Wonder how our South Carolina died. Probably got torped or something silly. Or I can see his dead boat's outline right here. He probably showed broadside to the enemy South Carolina. The other enemy South Carolina got a good hit on him. Or maybe he ate torps. I wasn't watching the mini-map at the time to see what was happening. Alright, so we know this is a destroyer. We know it has torpedoes. We know it's going to launch them at some point. So let's be cognizant of that. If we can. There's always the decision. Get the guns on or get proper ship position. You want to do both if you plan it out. Okay, we got him dead.
We've sunk an
That's
enemy
6
destroyer.
kills. Not something that is normal. Now, here I am showing perfect broadside. Didn't get a good look at those shells. I think he's shooting HE, which he can hurt me with. Alright, and we're going to follow this course here so that when we engage this guy, which is right now, we have the option of getting cover from that island. We're going to turn into him because he's about to shoot. Got a fire. He's turning to get all of his guns on us. So that shot is about to come. There it comes. And yes, it's HE, so he won't be citadeling me. There's a fire again. But, like I said, doesn't really matter. I needed to fix that motor to be able to keep moving. Oh, he put the fire out. Okay. Let's see if we can get another one. I can get 2 or 3 salvos in between his shots. Turn left. I just auto turn a lot. There's the shot. It's probably gonna... Ouch. I can't put that fire out. He's gonna get me. We're gonna lose. That fire's gonna kill me, isn't it? 20 seconds of fire, 27 seconds till I can heal. Plus, he took my motor out. The only good news is he can't see me, but it doesn't matter. He's about to kill me. Unless that... No, you can see it. We're dead. Nothing I could do there. I will say he should have been shooting AP. He could have done that. Got me in 1 volley instead of the 2. But I was definitely pointless. Good job by him. I can't complain though. I got myself arson. Okay, that's just a basic thing you can get. You can get this only once in your career. I was thinking fireproof. That's a different thing. Kraken, those are hard to get in standard random battles. You won't get a ton of those, but you'll get, if you keep playing, you'll get one, and then you'll be proud when you do. Close quarters expert. That's when you kill a boat with your secondaries. Typically battleships get close quarters experts. And first blood. And that only earned me 1297 XP. Did 43k damage. Earned a decent amount of credits. Guessing I finished on top in my team with a base of 786. Apparently it's harder to get base XP in low tier. I should have had 1,000 base there. Take home in 129. Alright, let's see if that... I don't recall. I may have enough XP to get the tier 3 cruiser. Which would be good. Nope, not yet. Okay, let's go again. That's a loss though. Don't like losing. I don't know that there's anything I could have done to prevent that loss. The enemy battleship played it smart and stayed back, waited for everybody to sort of kill themselves off, and then just cleaned up the mess. Same thing that I did. But unfortunately, my little Tier 2 cruiser wasn't much of a match against a Tier 3 battleship, who I did observe wasn't a complete moron. You'll notice I set him on fire twice. And I assumed as a new player, as soon as I set that first fire, he was going to put it out, but he didn't. He didn't put the fires out until he got 2 fires going, which theoretically, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have killed me before he burned out anyways, but saved him a lot of damage, because had he put the first fire out when I set the second fire, he would have been stuck with it, and I would have had opportunity to get another fire and another fire. He could have up to 4 fires burning. And if you're in a battleship with 4 fires burning that you can't put out, you're done. If you might survive it, but by the time the fires are over, you'll have almost no health. Okay, similar situation in the last battle, except there's a bunch of destroyers. They're all bots. There's a South Carolina again. I don't know if it's the same one as last time. I wasn't paying attention to his name. There's a Tenru, that's the cruiser we want to get, and there's a Chester out there. Those are run by people. We're going to head up towards C for 2 reasons. Where the bots are laid out here, it looks like they're going to end up charging AB, and this will allow us to get shots on them without being in their direct fire. And there's island cover if the enemy battleship decides to target me at the start, I can get out of trouble. That's my thinking. I'm not saying that's how it's going to turn out, but that's our plan, is we're going to approach C using these islands as whatever cover they can provide us on our way there. Obviously, once we get to C, we're going to be pretty exposed, so hopefully the enemy battleship goes towards A. I see the South Carolina on our team. Commander C, whatever. What's his name? It won't show me his full name. He's part of a clan. At some point, I haven't told the boys in the clan that I'm doing these videos yet, although it'll become apparent when I put them up on our YouTube page. I'll talk to Fish and maybe I'll get this guy as part of the clan. Maybe later on in the series of videos we'll start doing some divisioning up. And get on TeamSpeak and have some fun with the boys. And you'll get to see how that goes. I'm thinking this will be the last video where I just do 5 battles in a row real quick and just record it as one session. I'm gonna have to start editing the videos and selecting some of the highlights because it'll just be too much. As you can see, I almost beached because that's what I do. It's one of my silly things. Fortunately, that sound hurt. It made the little warning sound and I was able to turn out of it. That would have been an annoying beach. Sometimes you will beach on purpose. For example, if you're driving straight into torps, you might have the option to make a hard turn and hit an island to stop yourself. Many times you will beach by accident and be screwed because of it. That guy is stopping. This mod, yeah, I realized instantly. I didn't have to scope in and look. I knew he was stopping instantly. So that's where that mod is a bit of a cheat. Like, some people call these mods cheats, and that's why. Chester here had the same idea I did. Get into C. And he's stopping. Although I realized that before the mod told me. That's where the mod is weak. It's not always telling me exactly what happens. As soon as I took that shot, I realized that they were going to miss because he was not moving forward at the rate I thought he should be. Okay, so he sees me. I don't know if he recognizes me as a big threat. Torpedoes to port. Those are a problem. I quickly switch to AP just on the hope that I can catch him in a sigil. I'm only going to throw one AP shot though. After the last battle, I see he's got him beached. He's in a bad spot. Yeah, I'm going to stick with HE. It's not worth the damage. I'm not getting the damage I want. Good news is battleships on the other side of the map. Yeah, that was... I did more damage with the HE there, so we'll just stick with that. Oh, he's about to eat torps. Let's deal with Mr. Tenru. I think Tenru has torps, so we gotta be... Yes, he does. Aware of that. I did no damage to him. Hey, I got a cap. Alright, hard left. I don't want to get caught out. I want to use as much island protection as I can for this guy. He has more health. Well, right now I have more health than he does, but he's got torpedoes. He could mess me up. There's no point. Also, if I go that way, it'll just take me farther and farther out of the battle. Think so, do you? Shells behind that destroyer. Maybe we'll get a lucky hit. Nope. No, he changed directions. Okay. This is now a problem. I've got this Tenru on my left. I am crossfired. So... Oh, and he took out my steering while I was in a turn, so it'll continue turning as long as that problem is going on. I'm going to fix that.
Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes astern.
There's his torpedoes. I don't know what their range is, but let's turn a little and then straighten the boat up so my tail doesn't get caught by it. Straighten it up again. Yeah, I'm losing this battle. This is going to be 2 losses in a row, it feels like. Now he took out my motor and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, I have a battleship backing me up. Be nice if you could do something with it.
Torpedoes to port.
Oh, he's still got my motor out and he's got torpedoes headed towards me. There's nothing I can do. Yep. Now I'm flooding. My repair just came back up, so that gives me one more shot to live.
Problem solved, sir.
So our battleship isn't really helping. He's shooting the other boats, which is...
Torpedoes to port.
Oh, for crying out loud. This guy's just a torpedo monster. Yeah, I'm dead. Our battleship wasn't aware of what he doesn't realize that Tenru is as much of a threat as he is. He's shooting at bots when he should be shooting at the person who knows how to, who can think and aim his torps. So let's ride with our battleship here. Or, okay, this is the problem. Press space. It doesn't always go to the boat you're looking at. Okay. The other way you can do this, by the way, is press M and click on the boat. Double click. Okay. Okay, press space onto the boat. So let's press M and click on this battleship. Press space. That didn't work. Try that. Okay, I don't know how it works. I'd never used this method. Anyways. Yeah, this Tenru. Quick his stats. Has he done this before? No. None of these guys have any experience. Well, according to the game, neither do I. So I get the impression that he may have played this game before. Or maybe he just comes to it naturally. There's such a program called Matchmaking Monitor. After the match, I'll quickly bring it on screen. I have it up when I play. It's just for entertainment. I honestly just use it more just to see what my stats are in individual boats, just to see how I'm doing. But occasionally I'll peruse it if I see somebody having an exceptional battle, or I'll give it a glance at the start. For example, the other day I was in a tier 10 match and I noticed the enemy Stalingrad had over 100 battles and an 80% win rate, which made me do a double take. That's incredibly, insanely good. So I just, whoa, clicked on it. Then I clicked on his name and looked him up, and he's part of one of OPG clan, and they're a very, very good clan. One of the elite clans in the game, and his overall stats weren't as good as they were in the Stalingrad, which is a very overpowered ship. But they were pretty good. He's a very good player. It just made me do a double take, and he was on he was on the enemy team. Yeah, he was on the enemy. I can't remember. I think maybe he was on my team, and I just sort of, okay, so that guy's very, very good, and he knows what he's doing. I'm going to pay attention to what he's doing so I can learn from my own play, and B, make sure I'm, if he takes the lead on something and it says push, I'm going to listen, because he wins 80% of his battles in that boat. That's pretty insane. What are we down to? One lousy St. Louis. If you go up the American line, you'll get to play the St. Louis. It's a very, very popular boat. Many players with thousands of battles under their games still play it. I don't like it myself, but it's fun. It's got a billion guns on it, sort of thing. They don't do a whole lot. Anyways, this isn't going well. We've got 2 losses in a row. Only earned 957 XP in this one, but hopefully that was enough. Oh, we got our first container. Right, containers. We talked about this in the last video. Well, I've earned my first one, and I said you have options. Well, right now, signals and camouflages are useless to us, so I'm not going to click on it. Try your luck. If you get a super container, you get bigger rewards in them. You might even get a premium ship. I've never gotten one out of a super, but it's possible. Consumables, that would be like the repair kit. Or no, that's something that'll come up later. I think on our next level, I'm not sure. But what's important to us right now is credits. So let's click that one. More credits. So they're going to give us this container. I'm going to open it. And it's going to be 50,000 credits. Useful. Coal, which we can't use yet because the arsenal hasn't been unlocked. But when it's unlocked, we'll show that off. And 3 flags that we can't use yet. But I assume we will have them to use when the time comes. This one here, oh, it's the ramming flag. If you ram an enemy, you'll cause 50% more damage and receive 20% less. I've never had the opportunity to take advantage of it. I'm not going to lie. Ramming is not something I specialize in. Okay, do we have enough? Yes, we can research the Tenru. Research. That's the boat that killed us in the last match. And purchase it for 256,000. Doesn't come with any extra consumables apart from repair party. Has 2 upgrades to get done on it. The hull, which will give us a little more hit points, and apparently it'll turn a little bit better, and we can improve our gun range up to 12.4 kilometers. But we haven't got any XP on it, so that's not an option. Let's get at her. We'll get this guy fully upgraded, and then we'll go back to the destroyer to get it up to a level tier 3. Oh, I mentioned matchmaking monitor. I'll just bring it on screen. Yep, you can see that. As you can see in this one, everybody in here is a new player, has less than 10 battles in their current ship. Doesn't mean that they're actually a new player. Wendell Clark here is not a new player, but it's a new account. And it has less than 10 battles with the Chikuma, which will probably always stay that way. We'll probably never play her again. Okay, our first battle in a 3, and we're seeing our first ever 4s. Big old battleships. The Wyoming. Oh, it's on our team. Good thing. Ship Ravager is incredibly good in the Wyoming. Why am I looking in the sky? So, I do have torpedoes on this guy, which you noticed when I was playing against the other one. There is mostly bots on the enemy team. One destroyer. The one Wix is a bot, one Wix is not. There's a G101 bot. They have a Kaiser, that's a human, and a Tureen and a Nassau, that is a bot. Tureen being a French battleship, Nassau being a German battleship. And they have a St. Louis bot and a St. Louis human. Okay. Real quick, I'm just looking at our stats and for this battle real quick. There's something interesting I'll show you real quick. Our Wyoming has 14 battles. He's won 5. He does a bunch of damage though. So win rate, that's a terrible win rate. And it is indicative. If you, I find it evens out. If you have a low win rate, it generally means you're not great in that boat. But the other thing to look at is average damage. So at least this guy does damage in his battles. That's all that's basically telling us. It's let me look at my torps real quick. It's probably set on widespread. Yep. Let's put it to narrow spread for when I use them. They're already loaded up, I see. Yeah, I did notice he was able to get torps out at me quite frequently. So okay. Anyways, so that Wyoming, it could be that, you know, he's only got 15 battles. That's not enough. It's a pretty small sample size. It could be that he's just had bad luck. That was a guess shot since the guy disappeared. Yeah, I hit him. I didn't do anything, but I hit him. I do have torpedoes as an option, but I've also got a friendly G101 charging straight ahead, so I don't want to send them out.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Freance is charging.
Torpedoes to starboard.
But, okay.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Got him on fire. Is he turning into us?
Torpedoes
Yes,
to
he
starboard.
is. Oh, well, he's also quite dead. Hopefully my torpedoes don't hit any friendlies. Let's hit this St. Louis.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Turn left. We don't want to drive ourselves out of the battle or into trouble. Oh, we got a fire on that St. Louis. Oh, Nassau. Let's start burning him if we can. Nassau is beginning to drive into my torpedo range. But more importantly, this coward is in our cap. Let's see if we can't take care of him. I'm gonna drive towards him and look at getting some torps. He also has torps.
Our team has taken the lead.
Which is why I'm turning directly into him, because I'm expecting him to launch them. And it becomes a non-issue. He's quite dead. So, what do we got? Where's the battleships? I want to know where they're at. I don't see Nassau anymore. Did he die or... Okay. Auto turn right and aim. Zoom back out. Where did that Nassau go? Oh, he died. Got torqued, I guess. Destroyer's moving in. It's a human. Worth noting. Oh, got a fire on St. Louis. It might be a permafire. Looking at my damage on the top right, I see it's moving, so that fire's still burning. Got this guy in his wicks. I think I'm still getting fire damage off that St. Louis. Oh yeah, his health is still moving down. He'll get that up. Yeah, it stopped moving down, so he's got the fire out. Okay, where am I here? That Kaiser in my gun range? I would love to get a fire burning on him, but no, he is in my gun range, isn't he? Oh no, he's just out of it. I was looking at the terrain on the mini-map thinking that was in my gun range. Alright, let's see if we can't get a fire on the terrain. You'll notice, once again, I'm putting my shots towards his deck. Alright, so Wix here is pointing towards me, so he can't torp in that position, but he's turning, and I guarantee you those are torps coming out. So we're going to make our own turn. Unfortunately, I think we may have miscut. Oh no, we're good. Let's assume he got those torps off. I heard the beeping, thought, oh no, am I turning straight into a beach? But nope, I'm not. Looks like Wix failed to get his torps off, so I'm lucky that way. And let's see if we can't finish off St. Louis. I hear that annoying beach sound again. This time I'm definitely going to hit it, but I should get the kill. Yeah.
Enemy cruiser
Okay.
destroyed.
We're not beached. We're coming through, and we have fended off all attacks on our base, so we can move in a little. Once again, see if we can't get a fire on terrain. Turn a little left. That St. Louis doesn't know what he's doing. I guess he's probably trying to get shots on our NASA. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he does know what he's doing. He's kiting away from our battleship. But he is not a threat to me right now, so I'm going to ignore him and continue to just shoot at the battleships. Waiting for all my guns to turn around. My torpedo range, nothing in it. Plus I have a friendly in the cap. Okay, I have to make a decision here. Do I continue on my course and use this island to protect myself? For now, it doesn't look like anybody's shooting at me. We just lost our battleship. I set him on fire. Oh, please miss. Thank you. And he put the fire out, so hopefully we can get another fire going. Please miss again. He's shooting HE. New players seem to be
Critical engine damage.
battleships. AP is very, very powerful.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, so Jaja's moving in on me. He's shooting AP. Thinks, oh, he's broadside. Maybe I can get a citadel. St. Louis does not have torps. Oh, he's going to get some good damage there. That was a citadel. Hard left. I should have done that a while ago.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Alright.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Okay, good. I guess I could have done the same thing had I had the opportunity, but oh well. Got my steering, nothing I can do about it. Except slow the boat down. I got a fire on them. This battleship is a problem. I really need to be able to back up and get out of trouble. This battleship is going to hurt me. I'm going to press repair right away. That's annoying because now if I get a fire, I'm done.
Problem solved, sir.
Speaking of which, I got a fire on him. I would love to be able to get torps on that Kaiser. However, That would have put me too far exposed, and he'd probably dodge them anyways. Back forwards. I'm not spotted right now. I have a second to remaneuver. Think about this. Can't torp St. Louis with the Cowlet in there. I have no idea what it's going to do. Also, he's driving away. Kaiser is also driving away, but let's concentrate our fire on him and help out our bot NASA. Oh, he's got a fire burning. Good. Let's see if we can get another. St. Louis, St. Louis, St. Louis. Uh-oh. You see I was pressing right mouse button to zoom out because I quickly wanted to see where it was. Now I zoomed out, get the guns looking, get a
Main
shot
turret
off.
critically damaged.
Try not to just to point my boat at him to show him as little of my boat as possible to his shells. Too late, he got me. Doesn't matter, we should win this. Our Wyoming in the back started out very smart. Stay in the cap and just hold. Right now, way too cautious. He needs to move in. Get some kill shots on that St. Louis. Get some kill shots on this Kaiser. Right now, he's our only human. Now, I could type in and tell him all these things. I'm not going to waste my time. A, he may not notice the chat. B, he's new. He'll figure this stuff out. Why should I help somebody that I may have to play against in the next battle? Anyways, let's ride with him. Full health. So he's just hanging back, probably shooting HE because he doesn't know the difference between the two. In this case, this Kaiser is straight bow onto him. HE may be the best option because it will be harder for him, his AP shells to penetrate bow on. But he's shooting AP. Let's see what it does when it hits. Little bit of damage, but I guarantee you most of those shells bounced or shattered. But now, the Kaiser's broadside, that AP could do some decent damage. Let's just float over this guy and watch it from his perspective against our Wyoming. So he's showing perfectly broadside. The next volley should do considerably more damage if it hits. Yeah, that did more damage. You see the difference between broadside and not broadside with AP. The first salvo, the Kaiser was nose into him. Most of the shells just bounced. The second salvo, perfectly broadside, was enough to kill him. So that's good. We got a win. Finished second on our team. A bot did better than we did. That's embarrassing. Earned some credits and some base XP, which we can use to upgrade our boats. Let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, we got that one for the close quarters. We got those flags for the Kraken. And we got that one flag for our first blood. Nice to know. Get rid of you. And modules. And research better hull. Give us a little more health. And I even have enough to do the guns. That's nice. So this boat's fully upgraded, and we will have to, after this, research these two boats. A tier 3 battleship, that will be our first target, and then the tier 4 cruiser. This guy's pretty good. But for now, let's jump back to the destroyer, the Wakataka, our tier 3 destroyer. Let's earn some XP on it to work towards its tier 4. Just to mix things up. Now that I've got the tier 3 cruiser fully upgraded, we can work on getting our destroyer into a tier 4. I don't know that we'll get that done in the remaining 2 battles we're going to play in this video, but we shall see. Alright, standard battle. Almost all bots on the enemy team except for the Wix and the Kawachi and the Weymouth. Kawachi, Japanese battleship. Pretty terrible too, but if it hits me with all of its guns, it will kill me. Quick glance at the stats since I was thinking about it. Nobody in here has more than 10 battles. Okay. So we'll head towards sea. There's a bunch of destroyers, so we'll have something to shoot at right away. We'll probably see one pretty quick in sea. That Armadia, which is what? Oh, it's British. It's the first British destroyer. I'm assuming that we're going to see 2 DDs in sea. One that matches up against me and one that matches up against Medea. Plus, they will have a cruiser coming in. There's one battleship, since it's, as always, human. Seems like the battleships, there's always at least one human battleship out there. It'll probably hang back. Seems to be the trend. We may end up doing the same when we get our own battleship. So there's the cruiser that I expected to see.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Throw one lousy shell at it, and there's a Wix. This guy's our immediate threat. We're headed straight for this island, protect us from being shot by those cruisers. I've only got 2 guns shooting at this guy, but let's try and hit him. We hit him. Took out his torps. That he's annoyed by that because our Medea. Well, he got torps off before I took him out. Once again, that's not a... If he pressed R, oh, well, that solves him. Those torps come right back, and if not, they will come back in 30 seconds or so. You can actually get it to where you actually devastate him. Let's see if we can drop some torps on this cruiser. I'm watching that white line to see what his course is. We'll drop him. I feel like those have pretty good chances of getting him. Got him. Didn't get the kill, which is just fluky. Frankfurter's trying to be a team killer. He doesn't know what he's doing. It wouldn't. Those torps would not have hurt me, but if he hits our Dresden, that will turn him pink. Yeah, he did. He got our Frankfurter, and now he's pink. You're a bad boy, Frankfurter. Bad. Alright, bringing our torps back up. They're about to load up, and this Jakuma's coming the same way. Oh, he's running away. We'll put him a little to the right to anticipate that turn. Put some shots on him. Look where we are in the mini-map. Realize we're in good shape. Oh, I'm about to be a team killer. No! 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 Bot! What were you thinking?
Fire at your allies.
I feel bad. I am such a bad person.
Disciplinary penalty was imposed on you for friendly fire.
This is so unfair. Hey, at least I got a torpedo in. Stupid bots. I did not realize that destroyer was going to come out there like that. Thought I had myself... Oh, now I can't torp because I've got a stupid bot Dresden coming charging in.
Smoke screen set.
If I were to do it again, it's entirely possible the game would actually kill me. If you... Okay, they used to... I haven't seen it in a while, but it used to be guys would come in and just kill their teammates on purpose just to be jerks, trolls.
The enemy team is
So,
taking the lead.
a year or so ago, the game changed to where if you do that more than once in a battle, in other words, it wasn't an accident, you die. It doesn't really help, you know, people are still dead and very upset, but at least it limits the amount of damage that can be done by those individuals.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
I don't know why Admiral Hasty, an American admiral, is driving a British destroyer, but whatever. It's the situation. We've lost A, have not actually gained any of our own caps. I can't torp because Frankfurter's there. Probably wouldn't have hit anyways at this range. Frankfurter's dead, so that's no longer a problem.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
What's he doing? Alright, let's move forward. Charge him. His torps will be back up before we get the opportunity to torp those, so be aware of that. Oh, he's got a friend coming with a brain. That's not helpful. That's a beach. 44 seconds till I can smoke. I'm unable to get this
Engine
cap.
boost deactivated.
Thought I was gonna miss that. Alright. So that German destroyer, G101, he can send a torp going straight ahead. It's worth knowing that. He has 2 torpedo launchers, I believe, that will do that. Okay, so they smoked up. They can't see me and I can't see them.
Critical engine damage. Torpedoes to port.
We're gonna fix that because of all the torps that are flying. We're gonna go in
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern.
with our
Problem
torpedoes
solved,
at the
sir.
ready. This has gotten desperate. We need to get some kills. Losing badly. Where do you think they're at? There he is. I need to kill him
The ship
somehow.
is on fire.
I have smoke as an option. Not much point in using it with him being this close. Let's just bring our torpedoes up. Can't even put those fires out. Thought I put another set of torps out. Got me. Wasn't much I could do with the other destroyer being there. I was getting fired on by their cruisers as well. We've lost. We're relying on our South Carolina, who I gather has done nothing to this point to win the battle for us. That's probably not going to happen. So what we're going to do in the interest of time, it's going to take them a few minutes to kill our North Carolina and win this thing. We're just going to press escape, exit to port, and leave the battle. This is a loss. There's no point in seeing it. And we'll play our 5th battle now, and when we're done that, we'll quickly take a look at what the results were. And we'll go back to Tenru and play it. So since this battle, the Wakataki is still in battle, I can't play it, but I can play the Tenru. So we'll just go ahead. This is something you can do if you don't feel like waiting to watch your team lose, which is a handy thing. So this should be battle number 5. Should be our last battle. By the time this one battle's over, the battle we just played should have been over, and we will have moved up in experience level, and we'll call that a day. Okay, so I'm back in this cruiser, playing nothing but 3s. That's good. Once again, mostly bots, except for a few humans. We'll see how she goes. How's the destroyer? The destroyer layout is fairly even. They're going to end up coming up through the middle. Our destroyers are going to go into the middle. It'll be a bit of a gong show. We'll sit there behind that, shoot into it when we can. Oh, I'm not pink yet because it hasn't recorded it. Fine. That means this battle probably won't count as being good. but that's fine.
Battle starts.
So our plan is to keep our guns on the middle here and shoot into the chaos, and if the enemy gets through, we'll kill them as they try and push out. That is the plan. I've got a human Chester with me. Anybody else on my team human? There's a Samson. Where's that? Oh, he's going around the bottom. I will not be sending my torpedoes into that gap because I have friendlies going in. It's highly likely I'll get them, and that would be bad. Alright, bad guys, where are you? There you are. Oh, I'm not even spotted because of the friendly smoke. Missed though. Let's try again. So our destroyer is going to try and get torps, I think. Yeah, he's hurt. Which is good because I can't seem to hit him. And he's dead. Oh, I got the kill.
We've sunk an
That's
enemy
a human
destroyer.
paladin coming into there. Silly boy. He's going to end up eating our destroyer's torps, I suspect. There's a bot destroyer coming in. How's that going to end? X him to get him targeted. May accidentally hit my teammate. Oh, didn't. Good.
Fire at your
Oh,
allies.
I did. Sorry. So now I'll have to stay pink for another battle because I did that. You can get away with a single shell hit when you and without turning pink, but if you do enough damage, it will penalize you. All right, let's get this boat rolling, moving. We're gonna have to deal with that paladin shortly. I want to see if we can't get this destroyer dead.
The enemy team is taking the lead.
I think I'm green light to torque into here now. Those are just throwing them out there and hoping they hit something. That was a disappointing volley. Should get him. Yep.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
So that Paladin's still
The
out
enemy is about
there
to win.
charging. I did get a torp hit on this destroyer.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Uh-oh. This is a problem. Can I turn out of those?
Torpedoes to starboard.
This is called not having map awareness. Oh dear. Well, that's another loss. We are not doing well today. Dang. I didn't realize, because I wasn't paying attention to the map, that they had stormed through and gotten through us, and then those deep water torps, I didn't stand a chance. They do a little more damage than standard torps as well, and have a higher chance of causing flooding. There's advantages that make up for the fact that you can't torp destroyers, although not being able to torp destroyers is a huge weakness. Especially since you will learn, if you play the Japanese destroyers, to specialize in sending torps out at the start of the match to where the enemy destroyers are likely to go, and occasionally you'll get lucky and just kill one before he's even spotted, which is always good. It is a serious advantage for your team if the other team loses their destroyers. You should always bear that in mind as a destroyer player. Is you're useful at the start of the match because you'll be the first to spot the enemy, assuming there's no aircraft carrier, and you can get into the caps without being spotted, especially in the early stage of your career. But if you're dead, you're no good to anybody. And if you're alive at the end of the match, you are very, very important. The same goes for cruisers. Cruisers should specialize on trying to survive the start of a match. Now, these matches we're playing right now are a little bit chaotic with all these bots, and I'm not really playing a whole lot of that sort of strategy. That'll come up when we play against humans, so we'll be talking about that. Is where do I go where I can survive the initial contact, support the team, try and get some damage done, but if I'm alive when there's down to the last few minutes of the last boats of the battle, I can be the difference maker as a cruiser or a destroyer. Because chances are, if I'm alive, maybe the enemy destroyers and cruisers are dead, and we have a couple of battleships. And then if you also have me and the cruiser supporting, burning the enemy battleships down, supporting our battleships, that would be the difference. Anyways, this, as you can see, we're going to lose because, well, we're down to one Samson who is in no position to do anything. He's possibly going to die. No, he got his little kill. He's at least salvaged something out of this match. But they're going to cap us out, and the match is over. Any second. Okay, match over. That's a loss. Our stats are taking a big hit here. Big hit. Oh well, nothing to be done about that. Because I exited the last battle before it, sometimes it kind of gets glitchy and it'll just bring me back to port. I lost credits for shooting my teammate. I lost a little bit of XP. So it wasn't a great battle. Team score, finished on top, big whoop. On a losing team with mostly bots, but I got the final star. So let's go back to port. See the splash screen for that. We'll get a little reward for reaching level 5. And we got 3,000 free XP. So we'll quickly discuss what free XP is. And we got this. I have to go 2 battles without running into anybody or shooting anybody. We'll see if we can do that, and then we won't be pink anymore. So, you can see this up here. Free XP. Free XP can be used on any boat at any time. It's given us 3,000 to play with to start. So, let's go to the 10 Rue here. And we'll click on modules. Now, the 10 Rue only has 686 XP. But I can now get the Kawachi with the free XP. I'm not going to. But if I click research here, it'll say use the 686 XP I have plus this XP. In our clan, we often refer to it as green. It's called free XP. So now every battle, I'll earn a little bit of free XP. And that'll get collected in there. My method is I'll play a boat until it has enough of its own XP to research the next ship. And then I'll use the green XP that I've accumulated while playing to get the upgrades. And that's what we'll try and do on our next upgrade, which won't be today or in this match or this video. But that'll come next time. We'll see how she goes. So let's quickly look at our profile. Do we have to do our stats? Oh, terrible, 40%. That's below average. We're definitely going to have to work on improving that. And service record. Okay, 5 more battles. Wendell, you're so terrible, team killer. So maybe the next video we'll do another quick 5. We'll see how she goes. Once it gets to less than 5 or more than 5 battles required to get up to the next level, I'm going to have to stop doing the videos like this, but we'll see. But anyways, that's that for today. We didn't I guess we got... I don't know. We actually didn't get to upgrade too much. But next video, that'll go the other way. So, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.